In a quiet seaside town, where the waves kissed the shore and the salty breeze danced through the air, lived a young woman named Lily. She worked at her family's small cafe by the beach, serving coffee to locals and tourists alike. She loved the ocean, the way it sparkled under the sunlight, the way it roared during storms, and the way it seemed to whisper secrets only she could hear. One summer afternoon, while Lily was arranging flowers on the cafe's outdoor tables, a stranger walked in. He had deep brown eyes and a warm smile that instantly caught her attention. "Can I have a cup of black coffee?" he asked, his voice gentle but firm. Lily nodded. "Coming right up." As she prepared his coffee, she couldn't help but glance at him. He looked out at the sea, a thoughtful expression on his face. When she placed the cup in front of him, he smiled. "Thank you. I'm Ethan, by the way." "Lily," she replied. Ethan stayed at the cafe for hours, sipping his coffee, writing in a notebook, and occasionally looking up to watch the waves. When he finally left, he turned to Lily and said, "See you tomorrow," and he did come back. Every day at the same time, Ethan would order his coffee, sit at his usual table, and write. Over time, he and Lily grew close. They talked about books, dreams, and the beauty of the sea. Lily learned that Ethan was a writer, searching for inspiration. He told her about the novel he was working on, one about love, loss, and finding home. "You love the ocean," he observed one evening as they walked along the shore. "I do," Lily admitted. "It's constant. No matter what happens in life, the waves always return." Ethan smiled. "Maybe that's why I keep coming back here." Days turned into weeks, and their bond deepened. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Ethan took a deep breath. "Lily, I think I'm falling for you." Lily's heart skipped a beat. She had felt the same way for a while, but fear held her back. Ethan was only in town for the summer. Soon he would leave, and she would be left with only memories. "I don't want to lose you," she whispered. "You won't," Ethan promised. "Love isn't about distance. It's about connection. And I feel connected to you, Lily." But summer had to end. Ethan's work called him back to the city. And despite his promises, Lily feared the distance would change things. "I'll write to you," Ethan said as he held her close on their last night together. "Every day." Lily nodded, but her heart ached. "And I'll wait for you." True to his word, Ethan sent letters. He wrote about his life in the city, about the book he was finishing, and about how much he missed the sound of the waves, and her. Lily wrote back, telling him about the cafe, the changing seasons, and how the ocean wasn't the same without him. But as months passed, the letters became less frequent. Ethan got busier with his work, and Lily's heart started to ache with uncertainty. One evening, she sat by the shore, reading his latest letter. It was shorter than usual. "Things have been crazy lately. The book is almost done, but the deadlines are tough. I miss you, but I don't know when I'll be able to visit. Hope you're doing well." Lily's hands trembled as she folded the letter. Doubt crept into her mind. Was he moving on? Had she been foolish to wait? Her best friend, Mia, noticed her sadness. "Lily, maybe it's time to let go," Mia said gently. "You can't wait forever for someone who's not even sure when he'll return." Lily shook her head. he promised. But people change. Lily wanted to believe in Ethan, but a part of her feared Mia was right. The breaking point came when Lily heard from a traveler passing through town that Ethan had been seen in the city at a book event, with a beautiful woman by his side. Lily's heart shattered. That night, she walked to the shore, staring at the dark waves. Had she been a fool? Had Ethan already replaced her? Her hands trembled as she wrote her final letter to him. Ethan, I don't know if you still love me the way I love you. I don't know if I'm still in your heart, but I can't keep holding on to a dream if I'm the only one trying. If you've moved on, just tell me. I need to know. She never received a reply. Days turned into weeks. The silence was louder than any words Ethan could have said. Lily forced herself to move on. She stopped waiting for his letters. She focused on the cafe, on her family, on finding happiness without him. And then, one chilly autumn afternoon, as she wiped down the cafe tables, she heard the bell chime. She turned, and there he was. Ethan stood in the doorway, his eyes filled with emotion, holding a book in his hand. I finished it, he said, stepping forward. And it's about us. Lily stared at him, torn between anger and longing. You never wrote back. Ethan ran a hand through his hair. Because I was afraid. Afraid you'd given up on me. Afraid you wouldn't be here when I came back. Lily's voice wavered. And the woman? She was my editor, Ethan said. She helped me finish the book. But Lily, every word in it is about you. He handed her the book. On the cover was an illustration of the ocean. She opened the first page and saw the dedication. To Lily, the girl who made me believe in love. Tears filled her eyes as Ethan cupped her face in his hands. I never stopped loving you, he whispered. I was just lost for a while. But I found my way back, because love always returns, just like the waves. Lily let out a shaky breath. The ocean roared behind them, as if whispering its approval. She didn't need more words. She threw her arms around him, feeling his warmth, his love, his promise. And as the waves kissed the shore once more, Ethan and Lily knew. Their love had endured the storm, and now it was stronger than ever.